Unfortunately, SK Gaming is out of the tournament now. I have Pimp right beside me as we were listening to a remix of Pretty Woman right there. Anyway, let's just get into the expectations a bit first. Before you even came to this event, what kind of expectations did you have seeing as you qualified online?
Well, first of all, qualifying online was, I wouldn't say it was a surprise, but it was not something we expected to do. Like, at the time the qualifier went on, we'd only been practicing for 1 week together. We had the Christmas break, I had to come over my surgery, so like we've been playing one and a half week now together, or when the qualifier was taking place. So qualifying and beating teams like Vex Gaming and Flipside, who are like repeatedly major competitions teams, was not expected. We did it and we qualified, and that was the main thing, I guess, and what we were happy about. Like coming into this event, especially with the group we got, where we have like Navi, who arguably is the second best team in the world right now. Luminosity, I would say, is a top 5 team in the world, and FaZe normally is a top 8 at least. Like it didn't leave us many chances, considering only 2 teams went out. So we would have to make not only 1 huge upset, but 2. And as you saw today, we kind of came close against Luminosity. We played at least a good map, and we played a decent map against them. Didn't really manage to put all the effort into it, and we went out last as probably everyone expected, even ourselves, I guess. But we put up a good fight, and I'm of course not happy about losing, but sort of happy about how we lost. And it was not a completely washout as it potentially could have been.
Okay, so first off, the Navi game, it was a pretty one-sided game, to be honest. It's like 16-3. Were you expecting a better showing from you guys against them, or did it just go kind of the way you expected it to?
No matter who you meet, you should never lose 16-3 on this level. We had a horrible game. Navi played perfectly, I would say. Like they play really strong Counter-Strike at the moment, and they're really stable in what they do. Like when they face a good team like Fnatic or Astralis or any other top teams, like it could cause some problem, but when they're facing a team like us and lower ranked teams, it's like they are so stable in what they do, and they know each other. I've been playing together for like 1.5 years, I think now 2 years, and everything they do, they just know it down to the details. So for a team like us, who maybe lack a bit of firepower and lack a few other qualities compared to them, we simply have no way to break them down. Like we need some, I'd say, luck and of course more time together before we can even consider winning a team like Navi. And no, we shouldn't have lost 16-3. That was a big washout, but they played good, they played stable, and we didn't at any time manage to break through them or break them what they were doing. They were just playing great.
So considering FaZe beat Luminosity, were you happy to see that, or do you think FaZe would have matched up against you guys better?
I think us against FaZe would have been much better. Like we are, I'd say, even though we have only been practicing for 2 weeks now, we are more strategical, like minded than a team like Vex, and where they're more free in their roles. Like they have some insane individual skill players, and they kind of want to use that. That leaves some space and some holes for us that we maybe could have avoided, or not avoided, could have used. And you never know, like it's potentially talking, but I think FaZe would have been a better matchup for us. Luminosity is like so structured, they're so good together. They have only been playing for like, I think, what is it, 2 months with Taco, 3 months, and even though they are playing like a team that have been together for, I don't know, 3 years. So no, considering that we have only been together for 2 weeks and are trying sort of to do the same as Luminosity, they are just way ahead of us in their style. So already there they had a huge advantage. So I would have rather faced FaZe to be honest, but like we could have won both, I guess.
All right. So as you said, it was in the end it was a pretty good battle against Luminosity. While Overpass was kind of they were on the lead, I think, the entire game. But then on Mirage, you actually had a great game in the beginning. I think it was 5-2, but then you kind of dropped the ball, and I think you ended up going into the second half at 6-9, I believe. So why do you think that happened? Why do you think you dropped the ball in the end right there?
Well, I wish I knew. It's the small mistakes. Like in Counter-Strike on this level, it's always the small thing. It's never like players like us, most of us have played this game for so long, and we don't do major mistakes, not often. So for us, like it's the small mistakes that are considered as major mistakes, and it's always them who are causing the trouble for us. We made some. They started playing great. Like don't take anything away from them. They got behind because we got a good start, but they kind of figured out how to deal with it and deal with us, and we couldn't break through in the end. And we didn't have money to do what we wanted to do, and like as I said, we are very dependent on smokes and molotovs and that stuff, for example. We didn't have money for it. We couldn't afford it. Maybe we made some buy-ups we shouldn't have made, and we should just have chilled out and tried to grind out a round or two more. We didn't. It's something we learned from. It's something like it's the first LAN together. So Azilion is a new caller. He has to figure out his way of calling and his style. And right now he likes to force buy a lot, but that requires that we actually have some rounds that we can rely on, that we actually think are winnable, even though we don't have so many nades and guns. And right now we simply don't have that. So it's something we have to find a balancing. And I guess that's the main reason why we dropped the ball.
Okay, kind of the same thing happened on train. Do you feel the same way? Do you feel it's just like you've done a small mistake that just ended up costing you rounds?
I think main thing on train was that they changed the game. Like in the beginning, we won all the clutches, which is something we don't normally do. So that was a great thing. Is also one of the reasons why I'm actually kind of not happy, but satisfied with it at the least. They changed the game. They started to play a bit more quick and made some outside rushes, and in general just made some new things that we didn't face before. And we didn't really know how to cope with it. And they were again quick to money breakers, and again we were quick to buy up with not so many nades. And again on train, especially if you face a team like Luminosity, who are so good with their nades and so good with their Molotovs, so good with their smokes, you need some things to stop them, and we didn't have that. Main thing, they changed the game, and we couldn't pick up the ball again, as you said.
All right, so next game is going to be Dignitas, your Danish comrades, basically. Are you rooting for the guys? Are you rooting for them to beat Virtus Pro? Now that Virtus Pro seems in a bit of a bad form after that first game that they had against Mouse Sports.
Well, I'd say Dignitas is my personal favorite. It might sound surprising, but they've been playing really good with Config and Rubino after they changed out me and AC. They've changed a bit in their game, and they're like. I think they're better together as a team now. Maybe they lack a bit of firepower, despite they lost me and AC, which are quite frag heavily players normally. I don't know. Virtus Pro doesn't seem to be in very good form right now, but you can never count them out. I'd say I don't root for any of them. Honestly, I don't care whoever wins or lose. I just lost. That's what I care about. I'm not happy about it. So if Dignitas goes out with us, we can maybe have some fun tonight. And if not, then good luck to them for tomorrow games against whoever they're gonna meet.
Okay, looking to have fun with Dignitas tonight. Thank you for the interview, Pim. Do you have any last words, shoutouts to fan sponsors?
Yeah, thanks for coming here in Leipzig, Halle, or whatever it's called, in Germany. There's been a lot of people here, and some nice ones as well. And go ask for autograph and whatever you can find on. Like we're happy to sign stuff, and we're happy to talk with you. And when we are here, it's not often that we're in Germany. Besides Cologne, it's always in Cologne. So take advantage of that. If anyone is from Leipzig, go buy some tickets and come tomorrow. And yeah, thanks to SK for giving me the chance. I'm not a part of Dignitas anymore, and that was a huge deficit for me personally. Luckily, I found SK Gaming, which I believe is a team on the same level as Dignitas. I think we're very close to each other in many aspects of the game. So I picked up the ball in that sense, you can say, and I'm now back trying gain my form. So thanks for SK in believing in me and believing in I can come back on what I should be on level-wise.
All right, so that was Pimp from DreamHack Leipzig. So make sure to stay tuned to hltv.org, as we're hopefully going to get at least one more interview by the end of the day out. So stay tuned, guys.